Okay, it looks like we are live. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We're just about, well, I shouldn't say just about, but we're going to go green here on a Saturday night, night 4, 50th annual World 100. 10 minutes again. Figured I'd give you what the heck. All I'm doing is sitting in the recliner, having a good time. So I thought I'd give you some updates. Some of you are in Superior. Some of you are in Grand Forks. I'm sure there's some other tracks in the Bozota area running that I'm not thinking of, but just a few minutes here. They're escorting, police escort the 50-50 golf carts pulling the bin, if you want to call it the bin, and with a police escort, another over $100,000 to the winner again tonight. So pretty impressive. And that, it's almost worth making a trip to, if you're in Ohio, you can just go to Eldora Speedway or Eldora 50-50, something like that. You can get involved with the credit card. But so just a few notes after the heat races here. Brian Shirley was definitely a pinball in his heat race. Some various forms of contact. He ended up pulling off. I think it was Nick Hoffman got into him first, and then he got a little sideways, and Mike Norris gave him a shove. He had enough. Hoffman, speaking of Hoffman, up in smoke in that heat race, but it sounds like he's got a provisional. They're working on a car for him. Chris Ferguson, Fergie docked a couple of spots in his heat race, but still raced on the way back. Dome and Fergie got into it just a little bit. Dome was not happy, ended up spinning out the next lap and pulling off. He was not happy. I already saw a picture on Facebook of Dome yelling at him in the pits. Stormy Scott hit the wall hard. Him and Johnny were both in the same heat race, and then they were up on top, moving, hauling ass, and Hudson O'Neill piled into Stormy along the wall there, so Hudson's night's over. Stormy's night's over, unfortunately. All right, here we go. She's about to pull. $106,122. Winner's share.
It's still going to be a nice payday, but it's not going to be six figures anymore, but it's going to be nice. So they're going to knock the tickets down that are on top. And again, the Tony Stewart Foundation does so many great things, and I agree. It's awesome that a fan is going to win this, but the Tony Stewart Foundation helps out a lot of folks in need. I think it's really great that so much money is going to go to them throughout this entire weekend. As it rolls around, and it is up now to Miss Mallory to reach in there and make somebody very, very happy.
Here she goes.
It's catching these things. They're all still in there, but it has been windy all
Wind is blowing them around a little bit. She's got the ticket.
And the number is D as in dog.
There it is. So someone's a big, big winner. All right, where was I? Okay, so Clanton starts on the pole, fires the car, drive shaft issues, possibly, didn't drop the drive shaft, but they were talking in the pits, possibly a drive shaft issue, collects Pierce, Richards, Boom Briggs, right on the first corner, but Bobby's able to keep going. Richards actually pitted, later qualified. There was a spirited battle there between Pierce and Weiss. Weiss was up front, Pierce caught him. They sliced and diced, exchanged the lead. Then who comes up? Turbo. And, of course, if you remember Turbo a couple years ago, his interview, I think, where was he? Farmer City, when he got wrecked by Bronson. He said, I can do this interview one way. I can do it the way I want. He said, I don't want to be a crybaby like Ricky Weiss. And then, of course, we all know about the issues with Bobby Pierce. He gets up there. He's right there battling, hits the wall hard, collects Marlar. But Marlar gets in through the B. Turbo does not. He made it out for the B. And finished fifth, took top three, and then they had that little scramble, but he could not beat Chad Simpson, so Simpson's in, Turbo out. But like I said, real spirited battle, probably the best heat race out there. Austin Kirkpatrick, I didn't realize, so if those of you might follow him a little bit, that AK-47 chassis, I didn't realize they said he's 20 years old. I didn't realize he was such a youngster, an engineer. But he's in. Pretty impressive. Wins the first B. Actually made both shows, so good for him. And Blankenship made both shows. Hasn't raced since the Dream. The Coal car, past champion of the World 100, he's in. And probably the biggest news of the night, 6th heat winner starts first, 50th annual. Nothing could be more fitting. Scott Bloomquist with the win. Of course, a great interview right off of the scales. And then, some big cheers. Some cheers, but a lot of cheers that Scott Bloomquist is in. So he starts on the pole tonight for the 50th World 100. So that was just kind of fitting. So those are just some of the notes that I had on some of tonight's events. I've been steering clear of Superior results and River City's results because I'm going to watch all that stuff later tonight and into the morning. So I'm excited about that. So that's kind of it. Watch for the One to Go show next week. We'll have her posted. The power ranking shows are all posted now over the last couple of days. So on whether it's YouTube or Facebook, you want to catch the power ranking shows, they are all up and posted. So 4 nights of racing concluding here tonight with the World 100. Can't wait. Track's been pretty good. So here we go for 100 laps. Bloomquist on the pole. He can't write a better story for the 50th. And we will catch you all, with that being said, on the next video. If there's something really crazy, I might jump on later tonight, so be watching. But otherwise, just catch the One to Go show this week for all of our thoughts on the 51st and the 50th World 100 from Eldora Speedway. Take care, everyone.